Step number one to getting more followers on TikTok fast is making sure that you're using the new TikTok Studio app. If you don't know what this is, you can now go into the App Store and download TikTok Studio, and you're gonna be able to link your TikTok account to this, and essentially you're gonna be able to manage all your content from here, see how many views you're getting, see how much money you're making, but you're also going to be able to see exactly what is trending on TikTok. You're gonna be able to see what is trending in your niche. You're gonna be able to do research for different trends. This is where those search insights are also going to live in the future, and TikTok is literally going to tell you other trending creators in your niche or creators that are getting a lot of views so that you can create content that is similar to theirs. And you're gonna wanna make sure that you're using this, because every single time that TikTok releases something like this, guess what happens? Anybody that uses it, they actually favor their account. And if you're not using this right now, could be one of the reasons you're not growing as fast as you want to on TikTok. On top of that, you can also upload from this new tool. So I would strongly suggest that you begin testing uploading some content from the TikTok Studio app as opposed to uploading it directly from the TikTok app. But that's not the only change you need to make if you want to get more followers on TikTok right now. You also need to make sure that you're uploading at the right time, you're using the right hashtags, and a ton of other things. But before I share with you exactly how to find those things out, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, I'd literally quit my job working for Gary Vee to help you grow quicker on these platforms, and I upload a video every single day about this type of stuff. On top of that, if you go to the pinned comment below, you could get into my free TikTok growth course. It's going to share with you things that I've never revealed before on YouTube about growing quicker on TikTok. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below and get into it right now. Now, the next thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is posting at the right time and using the right hashtags. Now, like I shared with you with the TikTok Studio app, you're literally going to be able to see the trending creators within your niche. So what do you need to do? Make a list of those 3 to 5 trending creators. Then you need to come to CountTick.com. I have absolutely no association with this website. It's 100% free. You don't have to make an account. It is simply the best website for finding the best hashtags and the best time to post on your TikTok account for your specific niche. So what you want to do is come in here, you're going to come to analytics. You're then going to come under here, insert the username to one of those competitors that you got, again, from TikTok Studio, where they were literally telling you the trending creators within your niche. And then what you want to do is scroll down a little bit, and this is going to show you a few different things. First and foremost, this is going to show you exactly what time these creators are actually posting. So this creator right here, 3,000 views, posted at 5:50. 130,000 views, posted at 8:20. This video, 4,000 views, posted at noon. This video, 300,000 views, posted at 9:40 a.m. So what are we getting here? Clearly, his posts that are posted earlier in the morning end up doing a lot better. So what should he do? Post more posts early in the morning. And what should you do? You should post more posts early in the morning if this person's in your niche, because you need to stop creating these mistakes on your own and simply learn from the mistakes that other creators within your niche are already making, or learn from the success that they're having so you can grow quicker on TikTok. In addition to that, the other thing that this will show you, if you come up to hashtags or most used hashtags, it is literally going to show you the most used hashtags that they have. So if you do this across 4 to 5 different accounts within your niche that are doing well, you're going to be able to see the best time to post and the most used hashtags that they use, so that you could start to use those hashtags too and skyrocket the reach you're getting. The next thing that you need to make sure that you're doing to increase the followers you're getting on TikTok right now is following the 70-20-10 rule. If you don't know what this means, basically it's how you should be breaking out the content you're creating on TikTok. So the 70 needs to be the content that you know is going to do well. And essentially what you could be doing here is following something that's trending on TikTok within your niche, or recreating somebody else's post that already worked in your niche, or it could be something that's already worked on your own account. Essentially though, that 70% of the time you need to be uploading content that you are 100% confident that TikTok actually has an audience for that content. Because if you're not, well, what's going to happen is you're not going to get views. You're going to be stuck in 200 to 300 view jail, or you might get way less views than you're actually used to getting. But then 20% of the time, you could be testing new things. This could be a different length, this could be a different topic, and ideally what I would try to do with 20% of your posts is try to expand your reach, because way too many of you right now, and I can almost guarantee you're guilty of this, is you only post to a very specific sub-niche within your actual niche, and there's actually a lot more content that your audience or other audiences, like adjacent audiences, would actually be interested in. And since you're not creating content like that, you're not opening yourself up to other people finding about who you are who might actually also be interested in that thing that you're posting about. And finally, 10% of your posts need to be carousel posts. The reason for this is because TikTok is trying to compete more with Instagram, and the only way that they're going to do this is by pushing out more photos, which is why why they've been pushing out photos like crazy. But I will warn you, that's not the only thing you need to do in order to grow quicker on TikTok. In fact, this next tip I'm going to share with you is by far the most important. And that is that you need to understand how the TikTok algorithm actually works, because it isn't random and it's definitely not luck. Instead, people log on to TikTok and then TikTok shows them videos similar to the last types of videos that they watched. And this is different for everybody every time they log on to TikTok. And that's exactly why TikTok is so addictive. So what does this actually mean for you? That you need to understand what kind of content your audience is interacting with so that you can create content that looks like that. And there are 4 things you need to be focused on. 1, the length of content that your audience is interacting with. 2, the topics of content that your audience is interacting with. And then 3, what hooks are they interacting with? And finally, what format are they interacting with? If you don't know those 4 things, it's why you're not getting the followers that you want to on TikTok. And here's the deal. These 4 things are constantly changing. So your content needs to constantly be changing. If you're just uploading the same old thing that you used to upload, it's why you're no longer getting views. Or if you're uploading content that has nothing to do with the 4 things that are working the best in your niche right now, well, this is why you're not getting views. And if you simply start to make these changes, it's going to increase the amount of followers that you get, the amount of views that you get, and ultimately how much money you're able to make from TikTok, because you're going to be staying on top of what is trending. And no, that doesn't mean that you need to dance, or it doesn't mean that you need to do something that you don't want to do. It just means that you need to understand what is working on TikTok today, not what's going to work on TikTok tomorrow, and definitely not what worked on TikTok yesterday. In addition to that though, we need to change how frequently you're posting. And that is that you need to be uploading at least 1 to 3 times a day on TikTok. 3 should be the absolute maximum that you post, and 1 should be the minimum that you post. Now I know what you're thinking, but Rob, I can't post that much. But you do need to begin to post that much, because this is how the TikTok algorithm actually works now. If you can get somebody to view your piece of content, guess what happens the next time they come on a TikTok? They're going to see your content again. So the more that you post on TikTok, the more people are going to view your content, the more views you're going to end up getting in the future. In fact, if you've taken a really long time off posting on TikTok, or you just don't post that frequently, you're probably already experiencing this. And what that is, that the TikTok algorithm isn't used to pushing out your content. So as a result, you upload something, it doesn't do well. And then you get discouraged and stop posting. And then you upload something a week later, or a month later, or some of you a year later. And guess what? You just don't get the views that you were used to getting, or don't get the followers that you were used to getting, simply because the TikTok algorithm completely changed, and now you need more impressions in order to get more impressions and more views on TikTok. And essentially what this means is that you don't just get a lot of views once you start posting on TikTok. You need to build your way up to that by consistently putting out content, which gives the TikTok algorithm a longer period of time to actually find an audience that's going to be interested in your content. And that's the other thing that you need to understand about how TikTok currently works. TikTok is going to be working really hard behind the scenes to try to find people that are interested in whatever type of content you're creating. So don't expect your views to come in 5 minutes or 30 minutes or even 24 hours, because sometimes it could take them 1 week, even in some cases up to a month, to actually find the audience for your piece of content. So although it might seem like you're getting less views, I would track your overall views, because you might actually be getting more views. They're just coming in a different way than they used to come in the past. All of that being said, if you want to grow quicker on TikTok, guaranteed, like how I helped this creator gain over 100,000 followers, or this creator over 500,000 followers, well, please watch this video right here that explains exactly how we can work together one-on-one, so I can help you grow quicker on TikTok, get more followers, and ultimately be able to monetize your TikTok.